What's going on there, YouTube? I'm the high-tech Texas redneck slacker, and I challenge you to see that 5 times real fast. Anyway, what I got for you today is another episode of Catch It, Kill It, and Cook It. Although we should probably rename it the Slacker Snack, because we're not really catching or killing anything. We're just going to cook up some breakfast tacos today. I got a real simple recipe for you to make some yummy, delicious breakfast tacos. I know, like you probably see all these videos posted online, the things people cooking and stuff like that, and you think, man, that stuff sure looks good, I'd like to try that. But most of the time, it's going to be stuff you ain't even got ingredients for in your house. Well, I'm trying to cook stuff simple, stuff you might already have in your house. This is a real simple recipe for some breakfast tacos, and you can use bacon or sausage or anything else you want to use in them. You can put some chorizo in there, or, you know, anything else you want to do. But the recipe's real basic. You just follow it. We'll follow along and make some, and tell me how you like them down in the comments below after you make them. I'll tell you, once you make them once, you're going to make them like that forever. So let's get to it. Well, what you're going to need is basic ingredients you probably already got in your house. You're going to need some tortillas. Of course, you got to wrap that taco, that bad boy, up in something here. You're going to need some meat, some bacon, or some sausage. Now, you can take sausage and crumble it up. Cook the sausage first and then crumble it up, or you can use bacon. I'm going to use bacon today because that's what I got. That's what I got the hankering for. You're going to need some cheese. Now, I got two different kind of cheeses here. I got white cheddar on this container down here, but I also got some cheddar Monterey Jack mix in this bag here. And you can use any kind of cheese you want. I prefer cheddar, and you're going to need a little bit of milk. You're going to need just a little bit of butter. Now, you're going to need some eggs now. Now, I got 4 eggs here. I'm going to typically do 1 egg per taco. So if you're going to make 4 tacos, you need 4 eggs. I'm going to make 2 for me and 2 for my old lady. And then you're going to need your spices and your seasonings and stuff. Now, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to use what I'm using, but I'm just showing you what makes this recipe so good is the seasonings I use. Now, I got a little bit of pepper there. I got a little bit of salt, you know. I got some of this stuff here. I'm going to sprinkle a few drops into the egg. It's called Cholula. And let me tell you, even if you don't like spicy stuff, this stuff ain't too spicy now. But I tell you, it adds a lot of flavor to those tacos. And of course, you're going to need some cumin. Get you some cumin there, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there. And then I got some parsley here. Now, normally I like to use fresh parsley, but I ain't got none of that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this jar stuff here. So we're going to turn our pan on, get it hot. We're going to start our bacon. So anyway, I got my 4 eggs here. We're going to add just a little bit of salt. We're trying to cut down on sodium, so I'm not going to put too much salt in there. Just a little bit, just to give it some flavor. You can add as much seasoning as you want. I'm going to put some pepper in there. Pepper's not too bad for you, so I'm going to put a healthy bit in there. Then we're going to take a little bit of this parsley. We're going to put some of that parsley in there, just like that. Yeah, baby, just stick some in there. If you got fresh parsley, dice it up, put as much in there as you like. Take some of this cumin here. Excuse me, I can't see myself on the camera here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Sprinkle just a little bit in there. You don't want a whole lot. Just a little bit to give it some flavor. Like I said, this is optional. You can always omit this stuff if you want to, but I really prefer it. Shake it up a little bit before you pour it in there, and just, man, give it a couple dabs, a couple dashes, a couple splashes, whatever you want to call it. You pour some in there, just like that. And that gives some real good flavor to those eggs, let me tell you. It's some of the best stuff in the world. Now, we want to take some milk and put in there. Normally, I do about a tablespoon of milk per egg, but I just use cap to measure. You can do about a capful per egg. I'm just going to pour 4 capfuls in there because I got 4 eggs. You spill a little bit, that's okay. A little bit extra milk ain't going to hurt it. Now, through the magic of editing, I'm going to whisk all this stuff up and come back. And just like that, it's all whisked up. Okay, so we got our eggs ready. We're not going to put them in the pan just yet. We got one more step we're going to do to get everything ready for these tacos, okay? Now this part's optional. Now you can do this 2 different ways if you want to. We're going to take some butter and put on one side. Each one of the tacos we're going to make, and we're going to grill them up in the pan. So anyway, you're going to take this tortilla here. You're going to take your knife and your butter. You're going to scoop a little bit out and just spread it on the top there. You don't want a whole bunch. You just want enough to get a little bit crispy and brown. Now, you don't have to do the butter. Now, if you just want your tacos softer and warm, you can just throw them in the pan and warm them up as your eggs are cooking. But you know, some people like them crunchy or a little bit cooked. So I like to put a little bit of butter on mine, brown them up a little bit, give them a little bit of crunchiness. So anyway, we got our bacon cooking over here. Anyway, I got my buttered tortilla here. We're going to go ahead and throw that bad boy in there just on that one side, just a little bit. Now be careful not to burn yourself now. I'm not responsible for any accidents. You see my bacon's cooking up pretty good. I'm cooking it on a medium heat there, real slow. That's the best way to cook bacon. If you don't know how to cook it, just get your pan hot. Turn your stove on about a medium there and let it cook on, 5, 6, 7 minutes on each side. Flip it over a little bit. I like my bacon a little bit extra crispy, so I'm going to cook it a little bit longer, but it's starting to look pretty good there. Now back over here at our tortilla here, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, it's starting to get some little puffy spots in it or whatever. Same thing, got it on a medium heat with that little bit of butter spread on the bottom of it there. Now, normally I'd use a pair of tongs, but I don't have a second pair. I don't want to cross-contaminate with my tortilla here. I'm just going to use my fingers. I got real thick calluses. But I'm not taking no responsibility if you burn yourself. You just want to kind of pick it up there, check it now. Now that's beautiful right there. See, that's what you want right there. Okay, now that's kind of hot, so you be careful now. But anyway, that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that bad boy and take them out. They could also just take a tortilla and warm them up now with no butter on them. Just throw them in the pan right there. That's how my old lady prefers hers. She just likes them warm. She don't like them crispy. Mine got that little bit of crispiness to it. You know what I mean? That way when you're eating it, it gives you kind of a little bit of a crunch, but it's still soft on the inside because you only put butter on the one side there. So, that'll make for a nice, good, yummy tortilla. Got my bacon all cooked up there. You see it's still sizzling. I just took it out of the pan. You always want to take it out a minute or so early because it'll still keep cooking even after you take it out of the pan. But that's some good looking bacon right there, nice and crispy. And you cook your bacon the way you like it, as crispy as you want it. I like mine a little bit crispy. On a side note here, I just want to talk a little bit about this leftover bacon grease and what to do with this stuff now. Now, like I said, I don't take no responsibility if you burn or hurt yourself, so you want to let this stuff cool off before you do anything with it. But if you got one of them old glass jars or a can, not a metal can, the coffee comes in or whatever, you take that bacon grease, you pour it in that coffee cup, you save it, you can either throw it away or reuse it to cook something else later. I'm going to reuse just a little bit of this for my eggs now. Now while I'm making my pan, with my egg, I'm going to take about 2 or 3 tablespoons of that and pour it in my pan. That way I can have that extra added bacon flavor. And the same thing with the sausage. Now if you cook sausage, you can take a couple of teaspoons or tablespoons of that grease and put in with your pan on your eggs there and give those eggs that flavor. But just be careful when dealing with this stuff. Don't pour it down your sink, man. This stuff will clog your pipes real bad. Don't never pour this stuff down your sink. I'm going to give you a little how-to anyway, how to dispose of that bacon grease. And I got a glass jar there, and we'll make sure that jar room temperature. Now you want to let that bacon grease cool off a little bit before you do this because it could crack that jar because of being so hot. So once it cools down a little bit, okay, get you a glass jar or a metal coffee can. Now it's got to be metal, not one of those fake metal paper ones, it's got to be a real metal coffee can. And just sit it in your sink there so you don't spill bacon grease everywhere. Try to make sure none get down the drain. Then you're going to take like one of these little funnels or something. You're going to just put that in the jar like that. You're going to take that bacon grease there, and you're just going to pour that right into that funnel, just like that, yeah. Just pour it all in there, all go right in that jar right there. Now, that way you don't clog up your sink or nothing like that. And then you just want to let that jar, because that bacon grease might still be a little bit hot, you just want to let that jar cool off a little bit there before you pick it up out of the sink, because it could be pretty hot. So just be careful, don't burn yourself. Don't pour it down your sink, because like I said, it'll stop up your pipes worse than a constipated critter. So anyway, I took a couple of tablespoons of that bacon grease there, and I put it in my pan there, and I've got my pan on a medium heat there. You just want to let that roll around in that pan, coat it a little bit, let that pan get hot, and we're going to go ahead and add our eggs. Now the secret to good scrambled eggs is just to keep stirring. Don't let them stick now. And see, oh yeah, then that's some good stuff. Now that bacon grease will mix in there with to give it some good flavor. Now you don't have to use bacon grease. You could throw a couple teaspoons of butter or whatever else you want in there. But once you get your eggs in your pan, well, make sure you continuously stir those eggs. You don't want to let them rest too long. Just keep stirring them till they're cooked. I'm gonna keep stirring them here, and I'll come back whenever I'm done. And I got my eggs all cooked up here. I like my eggs kind of soft scrambled. You want to turn them off. Soft scrambled just means they're just a little bit wet looking, but they're not undercooked or anything like that. But anyway, you want to turn them off. Take them off the burner there because they'll continue to cook for a minute. Once you got your eggs done, just let them set to the side. Be careful not to burn yourself there. Then if you got any tacos Any tortillas left to heat up, you're just going to throw them in the pan for a second. Let them warm up while you're getting your stuff ready. Just kind of rub them around in there for a second or so, you know, so you can start feeling the heat come through the shell there. Like I said, my old lady, she prefers her not crispy. I like mine crispy, so I'm going to heat these up for her real quick. So anyway, once you get your eggs and everything all cooked up, what you want to do to assemble your taco, you want to take a piece of bacon, put it right in the middle of each one just like that. And then take some of your cheese, and like I said, I like this white cheddar stuff, you know. I'm going to put a little pinch of that white cheddar cheese right down on over top of that bacon there. You want to use about 2 tablespoons full of eggs there on each taco, just like that, yeah. I like to add a little bit of extra cheese to mine, so I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on top there, just like that, yeah. I like my tacos real cheesy. So anyway, get that cheese on there. And then the kicker for me, like I said, is this stuff right here. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that right on my tacos, yeah. That's some good stuff. Now, it didn't take long to cook this. It's a fast, simple way. You just want to fold your taco over. There's my nice crispy taco right there. This one I did uncrispy just for the purpose to show you how good it is. But they're good either way. If you like them, they're going to be good either way. That's all I got for you today, YouTube. Appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that little ring-a-ding bell thing there so you get notifications on when I upload new videos. If you really like this recipe, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you liked about it. If you didn't like it and if you didn't try it, tell me what you don't like about it. Like I said, it's pretty universal. You can change stuff up the way you want to match your own taste. So it's a good recipe. If you like breakfast tacos, I highly suggest you try it. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.